And then there was the controversy over the Super Bowl halftime show. And so last night they held a striptease on the stage. And this was championed as feminisming, much feminisming. Because when I think feminism, what I think is not my wife being a doctor and a mother. What I think is scantily clad women shaking their asses for the pleasure of men. That's really what I think. I think feminisming is all about this, right? It's all about the shaking of the ass. That's clearly, and everyone's like, they are so empowered. It's true. Nothing says empowerment quite like stripping for the pleasure of the hundreds of millions of watching men. And I know, look, they're in great shape. Congratulations. That, like, really good for you that plastic surgery and exercise and restrictive diets are able to do a body good. Like, good for you. Really, that's a lot of hard work. But can we stop pretending that this had nothing to do with sex or sex appeal? Like, there's a reason that Lizzo wasn't on the stage shaking her ass that way. Okay, and like, really, there's a reason the Super Bowl cast it this way. There's a reason that J-Lo was doing, like, actual pole dances, right? She did a pole dance in the middle of this, right? She actually got up and she was, like, caressing her own privates and doing a full-on pole dance. And then girls aspire to something better. There are all these commercials about female astronauts. And then the halftime show was a sexy woman climbing on a pole and doing a pole dance. Just, wow, just so impressive. And in every way, I think feminism, go to medical school or be a lawyer or be a mother or be a stripper. I mean, that's very exciting stuff. And can we stop pretending that this was not a striptease? Of course it was a striptease. The whole thing is performed as a striptease. Like, seriously. So a few things. One, it is not racist or sexist to point out that this was a striptease and is inappropriate for children. Okay, that is patently obvious. You may have enjoyed the striptease. More power to you. It's a free country. You may have thought that this was a wonderful example of Western art. All right. I mean, I think that your taste is garbage, but sure. But if you are going to make the claim that this was somehow appropriate for children, or that people who are offended by, like, I have a 5-year-old in the room and there's J-Lo pleasuring herself in front of hundreds of millions of people, like that is like, I'm out of the box for suggesting that this might not be appropriate for a child or a young teenage audience. Like when Shapiro dancing with a rope as though she is at the Deja Vu nightclub. What's funny is when people put on these very sexualized acts, and then when you point it out, they're like, why are you so concerned about sex? Maybe with what's in your head. What's in my head is the same thing that's in your head. What do you think is in your head? She's shaking her, like, the whole song is this. What do you, come on. I don't think that she's doing mathematics. She's not doing higher calculus. She's not sitting there doing your taxes. Like, what? Come on. This is what folks on the social left like to do. They will do things like they'll put drag queen story hour out there. And then they'll be like, why are you so offended that we're putting drag queens in front of children? It's because you're intolerant. And you're closed-minded. And it's like, well, no, I just don't think that drag should be done in front of small children. That seems inappropriate for small children. Like, because you're a bigot. What's in your head? The same thing that's in your head, which is why you're putting drag queens in front of children. Right? You wouldn't be doing it otherwise. You wouldn't think it was important to do otherwise. What's going through my head? Why do you think Shakira and J-Lo are stars? Because of the quality of J-Lo singing? Like, it has nothing to do with her look? Nothing at all? Why do you think she was being celebrated last night? Because you think that if this were just, her standing in front of a microphone singing like normal and not jiggling her ass, that this would be getting the same sort of attention? Don't be upset when people pay attention to the thing you're begging for attention from. The left act like teenagers. They really do. It's like they dye their hair blue and they get 3 nose rings and like, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Because you're deliberately attempting to get attention. And then when I give you the attention, then you're like, how dare you give me this attention? What's going through your mind? What you wanted to go through my mind is going through my mind. And then me saying that that's inappropriate. That's that.